Matinding pang-aabuso mga kababayan ang ginagawa nitong mga congressman dito sa ginagawa nilang mini trial dyan sa Kongreso mga kababayan sa impeachment case ni VP Sara na maliwanag pa sa sikat ng araw mga kababayan na unconstitutional na. Mabubutata na naman yan sa Korte Suprema mga kababayan dahil umabuso na sila eh. Akalain nyo, nagpasabina, tapos ang sinabina mga kababayan, pati pa yung hindi pa Vice President si VP Sara. At kung sino-sino na lang ang sinosomon at sinasabina mga kababayan, pati na yung mga negosyo ni VP Inday, pati yung mga law firms mga kababayan, at maging ang kanyang dating tagapagsalita dati sa DepEd na si Powa. For what? Para ke? Sa tingin ni Malutikia, para daw ipakulong nila si Powa mga kababayan, ipakontempt doon sa Kongreso. Kaya nila pinasabina. Panoorin niyo po ha.
Upon motion of Congressman Terry Redon,
Redondo Coque. Grabing pamamayagpag ng mga alien ngayon mga kababayan ng itong mukhang Coque.
House Committee on Justice voted to issue subpoenas, one to the Bureau of Internal Revenue for income tax returns and related records covering 2007 to 2025 in relation to Vice President Sara.
Pati 2007 mga kababayan na hindi pa si VP Sara. Hindi pa siya Vice President. That alone mga kababayan, pwede nang i-disqualify ng impeachment ni VP Sara.
And her spouse, Man Scarpio, and identified
pati si Man
business
Scarpio.
entities. And Redon also moved for subpoenas to be issued to the Securities and Exchange Commission for general information sheets and audited financial statements.
Yan na, sa tingin natin mga kababayan, alam na nila mga kababayan na wala silang panalo doon sa Senado. Kaya nagbebendalo sila dyan mga kababayan dahil gagamitin nila ang excuse na impeachment na ito para magsabina mga kababayan ng mga tax documents ng VP Sara, mga bank statements, bangko, lahat ng mga negosyo, lahat na. Dahil kahit pa hindi matuloy ang mga kababayan, impeachment at hindi ma-impeach si VP Sara, hawak na nila yung mga tax documents si Sara, yung sa business nila Sara, i-audit nila yan mga kababayan na para na silang BIR. Para lang mayroon silang malikhang issue mga kababayan. Ang mga buwisit talagang ito. Ang dapat nga sanang i-audit, parang nag-audit na sila mga kababayan i-audit. Eh yung mga buayang iyan, bakit sila yumaman? Ganyan. No, kita nyo, 2007 ha, sinasali pa nila.
Several firms linked to Vice President Sara Duterte and her family. So, this was according to Cagayan Representative Rufus Rodriguez, a fishing expedition. So, he opposed this, but
Buti naman Rufus! Bumabawi si Rufus mga kababayan, no? Dahil ang daming nagalit na kababayan niya, mga kababayan dun sa pagboto niya ng sufficiency in substance.
This had like a unanimous vote except for Congressman Rufus Rodriguez to approve the subpoenas. What's your take on all of this?
Well, Attorney Jimeno, I agree with Congressman Rufus Rodriguez that it is a fishing expedition.
Fishing expedition.
Those things that they are asking, the documents and invoking the subpoena powers of the Committee on Justice.
Yung fishing expedition mga kababayan, ibig sabihin, parang nag-i-explore pa sila ng iba't ibang paraan mga kababayan na nagbabaka sakali na makachamba sila na makakuha ng malaking isda. Malaking issue na maibabato nila kay VP Sara. Pero wala talaga silang alam mga kababayan kung saan. Like, mga kababayan, the vast ocean. Hindi mo alam kung saan ako mamimingwit dito. Oh.
This only gives you a view of there is insufficiency in substance, because when they passed sufficiency in form and substance, the determinants of the ultimate determinants of facts should have been tested when they discuss the substance. But apparently, coming up with the list, everyone in that committee I guess were shocked when Congressman Redon came up with several companies.
Oo, no? Kung sino-sino na dinadamay ni Coque, mga kababayang Redon.
You don't even know when those companies were set up. You don't even know, are they really shareholders? So these things kind of open something that is not good in the process.
abuse of discretion na naman ito mga kababayan, abuse of power. Malalabag na naman nila ang due process.
That it is indeed a fishing expedition. I don't even understand why are you covering the years of the Vice President when she was a Vice Mayor? Is that a ground for impeachment? She is being impeached as a Vice President. Vice mayors are unimpeachable officers. So if you are impeaching the vice president, it should have covered 2022 to the present. So if you look at the way they are asking, they are laying already the predicate that there is illegal wealth and part of what they are also subpoenaing,
Si Marcos ang dapat, no? Ganyanin, no? Yan ang may illegal wealth.
issuing a subpoena for are the SALN. So they are putting together to the public, this is what happened. But that is not what was alleged
Yeah.
in the 2 impeachment charges that were adopted.
Yeah, I understand that impeachment proceedings are sui generis, pero ang pinakamalapit
generis.
na parang analogy here would be a preliminary investigation in a criminal case. But usually, the prosecutor's office, they confine themselves within the allegations
Yes.
of the
Doon lang sa aligasyon mga kababayan, kung saan-saan na napupunta.
complaint.
Yes.
So,
Tapos, parang ang ano na mga kababayan, no? Ang Congress na ang naging prosecutor. Ang mga animal.
medyo nakakagulat nga na ngayon merong subpoena for
Pati ano mga kababayan ha. In fairness, yung ano sa bilyonaryo, yung si, ano nga bang pangalan? Attorney Jimeno. Abogado yan mga kababayan ha. Na naging host ng Billionaire News Channel. Nagulat siya na mayroong subpoena. Kahit sinong abogado siguro mga kababayan, magugulat talaga.
for one companies that you said that did not appear in the
Yes.
complaints. So, meron pang isang naging issue. The House Justice Committee also issued or voted to issue a subpoena to Attorney Michael Poa for formerly serving as VP Sara's
Subpoena
Chief
si
of
Poa.
Staff and Spokesperson
Pag-iinitan nila
at
si
the
Poa,
DepEd,
no?
Department of Education, when the Vice President was still DepEd Secretary. And Congressman Rufus Rodriguez again opposed this, saying that it's unusual for a counsel of the Vice President who already entered this appearance to be subpoenaed
That's
in
right.
relation to the complaint. So, ano kaya yung intention
Grabe
here?
itong ano, mga hudas talaga, no? Continuation ito sa tuwad ko mga kababayan.
Bakit siya ipapasubpoena?
I mean, looking through the various instances when certain officials of the Office of the Vice President were subjected to the House of Representatives' power, you would see that Attorney Laika Lopez was, placed in their custodial facilities because she doesn't want to answer.
She was held in contempt.
Yes, and there was
Contempt.
another one who was also cited for contempt, no? So, ang sense ko, again, laying the predicate that if I cannot get the Vice President, I will certainly get someone very close to her. But in this instance, as you rightly pointed out, he is appearing as counsel, meaning that the association with the Vice President was no longer there. He is no longer with DepEd. He is now a lawyer, and for all intents and purpose, kasama siya dun sa listahan ng abogado. May mali ba dun? Isn't it that that is the right of any individual
Wala.
to choose their counsel? For all you know, that counsel may be prejudiced, maybe derogatory record is there, but still, that is due process. The person, any Filipino has a right to pick his or her counsel.
Yeah.
And in this instance, I don't understand, being a counsel can be subjected to something beyond your role as counsel?
Yeah, well, in this case, ang pagkakaintindi ko, sinabpina siya for being a former spokesperson and chief of staff
But
sa
what does-
DepEd.
what
But
Ano kayo reason nila, no?
does that have to
ang
do with
impeachment? Yeah, I guess like the...
Anong kinalaman yan sa impeachment? Kung mayroong kasalanan si FOA mga kababayan, kasuhan ninyo. Hindi naman yan impeachable eh.
The missing link would be Attorney Michael Poa does not appear in the allegations of the impeachment complaint
Yes.
that they're hearing right now.
So, again, it's another-
palagay mo ba it's to hold him in contempt and detain
Yes,
him?
yes.
Iko-contempt pala nila si FOA.
It's another puzzle it's a piece of a puzzle that they are putting together to control the narrative. Unfortunately, they cannot control the narrative because the issue now is legitimacy of the process. If you look at the Supreme Court decision on the impeachment, every step, there were 12 conditions
Doon pala, no, ang purpose nila, si FOA, iko-contempt nila.
justify fulfillment of the constitutional
Yung si
right
FOA,
on
mga kababayan, napaka-composed, no? Bilib na bilib tayo, mga kababayan. Parang hindi talaga natitrigger kahit pang anong panggagatong ng media, mga kababayan. Hindi siya natitrigger at hindi siya pumapatol sa mga intriga.
process. Dito, makikita mo, nag-cherry picking. And
Cherry
then they will put
picking.
together the puzzle saying, kita mo, involved siya. Kita mo, merong illegal wealth. Kita mo, hindi
Kita mo mga
reflect sa SALN.
pangit.
If that would be the case, that is already trial, right? And shouldn't the House of Representatives just check may determinants ba, factual determinants ng kanilang ng allegation sa
Parang
complaint?
similar to rules of criminal procedure na by determination ng probable cause or
Yes.
in the recent amendments yung sufficiency to lead at least strong evidence of likelihood of guilt.
Yes,
Oo.
yes.
So, yung kay Congressman
Mga
Rodriguez's
abogado,
remarks
ito ha?
about
Si Atty. Jimeno?
Madriaga being a polluted source was ordered stricken off the records.
Oh, yun no, talaga namang polluted source, mga kababayan. Si Dilima, ayaw na wag niyong tawaging polluted source si Ramiel.
What is your assessment of Ramil Madriaga's, reliability as a witness? I understand, meron point din naman talaga dito yung House Justice Committee na hindi pa to point to determine the credibility of the witness. But this
Pero hindi naman yun ang punto ni mga kababayan ni Propos na i-determine ang credibility dahil convicted na yun na kidnapper, mga kababayan Nabaliktad lang ng Korte Suprema pero mayroon na conviction. And then isa pa, ang sinasabi lang ni mga kababayan ni Ropos, iwag i-under custody sa Kongreso. Bilanggo yan Bakit i-custody ng Kongreso? Mayroon namang bantay 24 oras. Yun ang punto.
because of the motion of Congressman Chel Diokno na to provide
and the
additional
protection.
security.
Oh.
But ang question rin that I was wondering about is who is Madriaga's handler? Kasi based on the
Trililing. Meron pa bang iba?
letter that was read into the records during the hearing, it seems to be professionally written. Meron pang
Nagkamali nga sa apelyido niya. Tingnan nyo, mga kababayan, hindi parang affidavit ni Madriaga, Tapos, mayroon bang mga kababayan na nagkamali ka sa iyong apelyido, sa pangalan, middle name ata yun? Kamali siya.
references to an annex.
At saka may-
So, for someone who is currently detained in prison, sinong tumutulong sa kanya na sulatin yung mga ganito?
Kaya nga.
Ang balita ko, may isang legislator na in and out. At saka may isang
Aroy.
ex-legislator na in and out rin. So,
Trililing,
yung kay
nandating.
Madriaga,
Si Dilima, mga kababayan, malamang, in and out din yan. In and out. Jonel.
I think
Sorry, Jonel, mayroon na akong Ramil.
the very person that you need to contact and to establish Madriaga's allegations would be there's an attorney kilala, I don't know him, but lumalabas.
Ano ba yan si kilala, mga kababayan? Yan daw ang nag-introduce yan kay Sara Imbestigahan nga yan.
Sa news
Makakasabwat
accounts,
yan?
no? And then when you say, sa kampanya kasi marami kang nakikitang tao, that doesn't necessarily mean na tao ko siya. Maraming tumutulong. Pero yung punto ni Congressman Rufus Rodriguez is, polluted source. Why is the House
Preso,
doing this, issuing a protective custody to a polluted source? Bakit ba siya nasa kulungan in the first place? Siguro dapat yun ang
Kidnapper.
tingnan natin. Ngayon, kung meron siyang affidavit, sworn affidavit, at kailangang i-test, di ba? Hindi ba dapat trabaho yun ng House of Representatives? Hindi magbigay ng custodial cover sa kanya.
Custodial,
dahil
no?
hindi pa nga na-establish, totoo ba itong sinabi
Ililipat
niya?
siguro dyan.
Kasi
Ang sabi mga kababayan ano daw, mukhang ipapardon. Tragis itong bangag na talaga ito, no? Ipardon nyo yan, nagpalabas na ng drug lord, papalabas na ng ano na naman,
di ba
kidnapper.
meron siyang
Di ba? Convicted na yan, tapos binaliktad ng Korte Suprema. Death row na nga yan, mga kababayan. Dapat na yung ibitay. Pinalabas, and then nangidnap na naman.
sworn affidavit.
Tapos papalabasin na naman para mangidnap na naman yan.
Tapos si Colonel La Chica nag-deny in a sworn affidavit. So banggaan ng mga affidavits nila. Dapat si committee chair should be able to establish where is the truth here.
Oo. But palagay mo ba meron din naman siyang basis to say that he fears for his life?
Well, you're
Mayroon niyang bantay sa preso. Naka-isolate na nga. Yung ginagawa nilang dilima at joke no mga kababayan, gusto nila eventually hukup-kupin si Madriaga papunta dyan sa Kongreso.
safe there in the jail system. I mean, there are guards there. There are if there will be an attempt in his life, surely it will not come from the office of the vice president. Diba?
Because they
What
have
will
no-
they get from that?
Gusto pa nga ng mga kababayan ng grupo ni Sara na talagang ma-cross-examine yan si Madriaga dahil parang bonus na yan sa kanila eh. Ang sinungaling mga kababayan parang prosecutor's dream na yan mga kababayan na i-cross-examine mo ang isang sinungaling. Madali mo mga butata.
Or may control ba sila? May ability ba sila to control?
The office of the vice president?
BJMP? Hindi. Oo.
Wala. Ang may control dyan mga kababayan, yung bangag.
That is under the ILG. So, if you're looking at protective custody, why don't you appeal to the secretary of the ILG and say, put
Si John Vic palabas-pasok do dyan.
several guards there. But
Kanina nung na-mention mo, merong kang naririnig na legislator and former legislator na in and out. You mean in and out sa pagdalo kay Madriaga?
yes, and they were able to help him craft
Oh.
that
Craft pa.
sparkling affidavit
Sparkling?
that is now attached. And,
Are you at liberty to say kung sino itong mga
mahirap.
tao to?
Pero
Mahirap.
yung isa, dating kalihim ng kagarawan ng hustisya.
Dilima na yan. Sino pa ba?
Isa,
Dating
senador.
taga-DOJ.
Trillanes na.
Yung isa, sino
di ba?
kaya? Okay. Sige.
Naandyan. So, pag mga ganon, polluted source ba? O talagang hinanap nila ang isang source na ganyan para idiin ang vice president?
Well, what I noticed
Ano yan,
yesterday
mga kababayan?
at the hearing was the voting pattern. Medyo consistent kasi siya that it's always Rufus Rodriguez voting by himself, usually against the motions, and practically, everyone else voting in favor of the motions that were raised. So, para sa akin lang, in the past, when I was observing Congressman Rufus Rodriguez, he also voted in favor of finding sufficiency in
Sala sa init, sala sa lamig nga yan daw eh. Ngayon, parang na mga kababayan, dahil anyway, tapos na akong bumoto ng substance, pwede na akong boto-boto ng pabor kay Sara dahil disgrasya tayo. Mindanao ito, taga Mindanao yun mga kababayan.
form and
In
substance
substance, yeah.
for the impeachment complaints against Vice
Yeah.
President Sara. Were you surprised?
Yes.
By based on the voting patterns yesterday, it was pretty consistent. Laging nag-iisa si Congressman Rufus Rodriguez
Nasaan na pala si Suntay? Hindi na dumalo.
with voting either against a motion or in favor of a motion, but laging the rest of the members of the House Justice Committee were voting against. Magkaiba sila lagi. So, looking at Congressman Rufus, he also voted in favor of finding sufficiency in form and substance for the impeachment complaints against Vice President Sara Duterte. Nagulat ka ba sa mga posisyon niya yesterday?
Oo, nagulat ako kasi katulad nung unang round, ang gaganda ng mga pinupoint niya sa debate, tapos nagulat ako sa dulo, bumoto
Oo nga no,
doon
bumoto.
sa 54.
Oh.
Ako, ang sense ko, parang pinakita niya sa taong bayan, after viewing yesterday, parang pinakita niya sa taong bayan na
Ay, mas-masan siya.
hindi, may weakness. Yung complaint, Pinoint ko nga nung una. Ngayon, he is now drilling into the hindi ba sinabi ko naman ito sa inyo noon? So, ang point ko siguro sumama siya sa majority para makita niya kung ano yan talagang ultimate facts. At nung binubuksan na, yun na nakita, wala talaga yan. So, I'm happy that there is one, a lawyer, a former dean, who would raise these issues despite the overwhelming
Nag-isip-isip ka raw,
number
Pos.
of the members
Isip-isip
of the
ka.
Justice Committee. May nagpo-point out talaga, fishing expedition yan, polluted source yan, hindi ka pwede magsabpina ng kung sino-sino. These are very heavy points that are very important when you look at the records of the impeachment against the Vice President. Siguro siya yung lone wolf in the pack, and I hope that manner of questioning at the end, he will
Tapos at the end ba, kababayan, kagaya ng dati, at the end, papa-impeach siya si Sara. Malilintikan ka talaga raw, Pos.
magiging dalawa na. 54-1 dati, siguro magiging 53-2. Mahirap yung ginagawa niya kasi you are up against a full majority. Makikita naman natin sa committee level pa lang, talagang buo yung majority. So, maganda at natututo ang taong bayan dun sa mga points na sinasabi niya.
Do you think this reflects the position of the larger majority in Congress? Because in the end, dadalhin to sa plenary.
Senado.
Oo.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
they
sa plenary, yeah.
Yeah, and they need...
106?
Yes.
Oo. I mean, ang parati ko nga sinasabi, if you have 54 in the committee, you're just looking for 52 to have the 106. Would you be able to get the 52? May mga signaling na nanggagaling sa NUP, may mga sa NPC. So yung party block matters. Kasi kung si
Anong signaling yun nanggagaling
signaling
sa
na
ibang mga
if there are
political
no
parties?
charges, sandali lang, pakita nyo muna yan. Ano ba yan? Pakita nyo muna yung evidence. Kasi ako, Karen, as a layman, yung evidence should have been attached to the complaint. Hindi yung i-open mo, ipra-pry open mo yung, because there is a complaint, ipra-pry open mo yung process to get the evidence to support the complaint.
Yeah.
Sinabi
Actually,
nyo na
parang
nga,
ganyan yung nangyari
Diba?
sa amin with Chief Justice Corona.
Yes, you were there.
Walang masyadong binigay na evidence when the impeachment complaints were filed. Pero pagdating naman dun sa trial, yun yung ginamit na parang fishing expedition. And I remember Justice Cuevas, who was part of the defense team, also raising that as a
At saka,
constitutional issue.
Karen, remember, there was no SALN in the charges that were presented in the Senate during the trial. Parang kahiyaan na anong rason ng ating i-charge sa kanya o tingnan natin ang SALN. Yung SALN last several days before talagang makikita mo ginamit.
Yeah. So, because of this, in a previous interview, you said with another interviewer that you claimed that the first impeachment complaint against Vice President Sara was funded by the administration. You also said that this might not happen this time. Why do you say that?
Well, because nagkabukingan na dun sa
Nagkabukingan!
Imagine the first time they didn't see the complaint, they were placed in one room, their cell phones were left outside, and they were asked to sign. Sign lang, walang kwan, ha? And then, that complaint was not even presented to the Vice President. Kaya nga, inelevate sa Supreme Court. Good enough that the Supreme Court noticed that. So, doon pa lang, hindi pa nga nababayaran yung lahat ng pumirma dyan yung 245. Kasi natigil. So, ngayon, ang pressure sa executive, wag nyo niyang AFLR, dalhin nyo na dito. Ito, pipirma kami. Pero since wala naman sila nakukuha ngayon at wala ngang cash, at hindi with the crisis. I'm so thankful with the crisis kasi mamimili ka ngayon. Saan mo lalagay yung pondo mo? Sa politika o serbisyo sa taong bayan? So ito, napakahirap na posisyon sa administrasyon. Kung ako si Pangulong Marcos, sasabihin ko itigil niyo muna yung impeachment.
Itigil niyo na,
Harapin natin
bangag!
yung crisis. Hindi ko sinasabing
Inuuna mga kababayan itong impeachment na bangag talaga, no? So nila para makalimutan yung kanilang maleta mga kababayan. No, paulit-ulit natin sasabihin mga kababayan, maleta.
wag maging accountable, hindi. Pero kita mo yung optics, ang tao nagkakagulo, naglalakad sa kalye, hindi maintindihan kung magkano ang bilihin. Tapos nandito ang mga politiko, nagfi-fishing expedition. Tama ba yun?
Fishing.
So palagay niyo po ba malalampas na to ni Vice President Sara? Some are saying that this is meant to disqualify her from running in 2028.
Yeah, I think it's
yan
very
talaga.
obvious from the start.
All around na, basta atake kay Sara, and then diversion, mga kababayan, lahat na ginagawa
they
nila.
want to demolish her.
Demolish.
They want to shake the base.
Tingnan nyo, mga kababayan, na di ba kaunti lang ang distrust kay Sara? Nakahanap sila ng paraan, mga kababayan, para tumaas yung percentage na kunwari na negative kay Sara. Doon sa maliit na portion na nag-distrust, tinanong nila kung ano ang reason nyo, bakit dinistrust kayo? Dinistrust nyo si Sara. Corruption daw ang number 1, Diyos ko Lord. Tapos nagmura. Ay, nako.
And ultimately, they want
Grabe
her to
talaga
be
propaganda.
disqualified from holding any public office. That is the long-term plan.
That is the long and short of it.
Ang tingin ko, aabot sa Senado, magkakaroon ng trial, may boto ba? Yun ang mahirap. Kasi sa Senado,
Yan, tapos pagdating sa Supreme Court, butata na naman yan sila.
parang anim doon ang re-electionist, yung iba end of term. And of course, if you're re-electionist, napakahirap mong diinan ang declared candidate for 2028. So, maraming mangyayari between now and the time it is elevated in the Senate. But again, Attorney Jimeno, may crisis. Doon muna tayo
Wala silang paki sa
Ayusin
crisis
muna natin ang taong bayan bago tayo manira at alsin isang frontrunner.
Yeah. Okay, so since pinag-usapan natin yung crisis, meron na bang para sa inyo clear plan ang administration to deal
Wala.
with the
Ang sabi nga ni Bangag, wala na daw problema, mga kababayan, sa langis. Putragis.
crisis that's caused by the Middle East?
Wala ako nakikitang plan. Ang nakita ko lang yung executive order calling for uplift. No?
Oh, yung uplift,
Oo.
may bago tayong acronym,
Oo,
yung
diba,
uplift,
uplift.
Unified Package for Livelihood, and basta meron siyang
Frontliner
Oo,
something.
So, may binuot ditong committee, but it's made up of the existing departments at ang chairman ay ang ating presidente. But based on the contents of the executive order, do you think this would be able to address
No, because
the
it
crisis?
focuses only on energy. Di ba? Ang hindi ko maintindihan dito sa administrasyon na ito, nung una sinabi walang oil crisis. Tapos immediately on the same day,
Ngayon, wala na problema talaga, mga kababayan. Grabing Bangag, no? Wala naman tayong problema sa langis.
may crisis. Tapos ngayon, lumabas yung executive order. Tuwan-tuwa ako. Dahil in the absence
Tapos hindi ginamit. It impacts to. Ano na? 700,000 barrels. Bangag China, mga kababayan, sabi ni Bangag, i-reset daw natin ang ating relasyon sa China. I-reset mo bunganga ni Tariela.
parati na lang sinisisi sila, paano ka makakatawag? Ang importante sa isang leader, makakatawag sa leader ng ibang bansa para sabihin, kailangan ko tulong mo.
And then finally, how will this response of the government, how they deal with this Middle East crisis, affect the president's political capital?
Well, the political capital is no longer there. Imagine the political capital not being there. You are going into your last 2 years, then there is a crisis. All this impinge on his trust ratings. If the trust rating is low, it's very hard to recover. You really have to be a superhuman to respond to this crisis because it is felt by everyone. It's not just the class D and E. The middle class is already aching. Kasi yung ayuda, rightfully, dapat ibigay doon. Pero si middle class ba, hindi nangangailangan ng tulong? So yung pinag-uusapan na excise tax, VAT, itong taxes, pwede itong maging paraan sa pagtulong sa middle class. But it's not being discussed.
Okay, thank you so much, Professor Malutiquilla, and we hope to
Thank
have you
you.
back here again.
I will.
Anong
Thank you.
masasabing dito, mga kababayan? Post comments below.